When a new year and a new decade rolls around, many people search for a new fitness routine to start fresh. Here's a tweet from Bethany Magdock. I love doing my workouts because even when I feel like no one believes in my potential, Jillian Michaels does. Here to talk about wellness goals, workout trends, and more is fitness expert Jillian Michaels. Welcome.
Hi.
Hello. I'm good. And, I feel like this is kind of the perfect time to have this conversation because people are really starting to set their goals for the new year, new decade. So to start us off, what are some things that people can kind of keep top of mind as they start to set some goals for themselves?
I cannot stress this enough. Just common sense. You know what's so crazy is everyone's like, what's the secret? Like, tell me, how do you do it? How do you help? And I'm like, eat less, move more, make common sense food choices. And what's so insane, it's like, the answer. Mm-hmm. If I said to you right now, what's a healthy lunch? Do you want to cruise through a drive-thru and get a Happy Meal, or a turkey sandwich with some lettuce and tomato and mustard? Just common sense and realistic goals, a little patience and perseverance, and that's it.
What are some of the biggest pitfalls you see during resolution season?
Exactly that. I mean, I have heard everything in the last week from I'm going on a juice cleanse, I'm giving up alcohol, I'm giving up sugar, I'm giving up bread, I'm going vegan, I'm turning keto, I'm putting a fire hose in my mouth, turning it on full blast. I just literally like, what are you doing? It's just this kind of stuff, it's not sustainable. What do you think you're accomplishing? And not only is it not sustainable, your body has a reaction to it. So it's actually called refeeding syndrome. When you put your body through these massive states of physical stress, you'll lose weight in that period, but you'll rebound because your body will shift your biochemistry or your metabolism to slow down because it's like, oh man, I don't know what's going on, so we need to store fat and store fuel. And then you start going back to the way you were, and you get that whole yo-yo effect. So it's just totally counterintuitive.
Well, you have a new fitness app that actually customizes workouts for people. So why is that customization aspect so important?
That's such a great question. I mean, it allows personal training to be possible for next to nothing, right? I mean, the cost of one session is literally the cost of an entire year. And you might I might say, okay, HIIT training and plyometrics and resistance training, that's the best. And you would say I'd rather stick needles in my eyes. Then okay, then it's like, all right, great. Where are you at? What's your fitness level? What's your fitness goal? What are the things you like? What are the things you don't? What equipment do you have available? How much time? And you customize a program for that person utilizing the most effective science. It's not their job, it's mine, obviously, and wrap it around what they need. And it helps them stick with it. That's the key. That's why customization is so critical, is because it helps them stick with it because they're not miserable.
I personally love HIIT training. Are there any workout trends that you can get on board with?
I'm down with fitness. Either way, I don't care what you love, as long as you do it consistently. There are two rules for me. Consistency, and then you will need some variety, because you do the same thing over and over, the body's gonna adapt, you're gonna stop seeing great results, and you can get an overuse injury, because it's just repetitive stress, right? So it's like, you love to run, that's awesome, but don't do it more than a couple times a week, mix it up for that reason. So I'm down with damn near everything. I don't love the hot workouts. They're completely counterintuitive. You're not detoxing, you're dehydrating. You're intense. The intensity that you're perceiving is not from physical exertion, it's from overwhelming heat stroke.
I've also seen now they have cold workouts, like workouts in 50 degrees.
That would be, the only issue with that is, I would say, as long as you're warmed up, right? Because you don't want to pull anything. So physically you need to be able to exert enough heat from the inside out to warm the body. So quite literally you help prevent injury. But that's actually going to be way better just because it'll provide you with more intensity. It won't give you anything special. But it will allow you to work a little harder because you're not overwhelmingly hot.
Interesting. Well, you have been outspoken about other kinds of diet and fitness trends that you would like to see die, and one of them has been the keto diet.
Oh my God.
And of course, you faced some backlash from Andy Cohen and Al Roker when he spoke out about that.
Andy Cohen, who bashed, I think it was Savannah Guthrie for doing the diet, and then turned around and bashed me. I don't even know, what does Andy Cohen even have to do with any of it?
But he chimed in, I guess, to whatever the conversation was.
I guess so.
Yeah, actually, I have a tweet from Al Roker here. He said, so Jillian Michaels Michaels says keto is a bad idea. This from a woman who promoted on-camera bullying, deprivation, manipulation, and more weekly in the name of weight loss. Now, those sound like bad ideas. And you responded, I have an idea. How about a civil, intelligent debate on the 6 Keys book and keto instead of personal attacks and name-calling? I'm also a motivator, and I know you guys can do this. So did you ever end up having that debate with him?
He went into hiding after that. And now all of these studies just came out, like across the media, that keto is the worst, most unhealthy diet, and not a peep from Al Roker. I don't know.
What would you tell him? If you could have that conversation with him, what would you want to tell him about
I even
it?
wrote him personally, and I was like, Al, which I was kind of surprised because I had done so many segments with him in the past, and I was like, first of all, I thought we were homies. Like, this is kind of a surprise, but okay, you know, fair. And I was like, look, man, like, I know that you are thinking like, oh, I'm losing weight, and I don't have, you know, type 2 diabetes or insulin-related health conditions, and that's what all the keto claim to fame is. But here's the thing. We can do all that for you without any of the negative side effects of keto. And what people don't understand is they're not looking at, oh gosh, all these studies say diets high in saturated fat and high in animal protein shorten life expectancy for all these reasons, buildup of iron in the body, just on and on and on, right? Or this diet can shorten your telomeres, which are the strands that protect your DNA on the end of your DNA caps. Or this diet taxes the hell out of your thyroid, or it has a dramatic impact on mood and cognitive function. Or nobody is looking at all those other studies. Nobody's talking about that. So I would have explained, like, hey, I get that you're getting a positive result over here, but there's a negative impact here, here, all the studies, and here all the doctors I interviewed in my book to explain them to you. And by the way, there's no bait and switch. Like, I'm not about to go, give me your keto diet and let me sell you the Jillian Michaels eat less, move more, common sense diet. Like, I can't patent that.
Well, you've said before that you think political correctness has gone too far in the health and fitness world. What did you mean by that?
Political correctness has just like become so, I think it's insane. And it's like the pendulum, just as far as it swings in one direction, it swings back in the other, right? And you've got these crazy extremes, whereas, oh, she's too fat to be a pop star. Well, you say things like that, and, then there's going to be, you should never be able to say things like that, right? But for years, people were. They could fat shame, and they could exclude people, and they could make people feel less than in all forms of media. And we should always be inclusive. But you cannot glorify obesity. It's dangerous. It kills people. It's the #1 cause of bankruptcy in our country. So there's a middle ground here. Now it's like, oh, that woman is 250 pounds, good for her. And it's like, it shouldn't be one way or the other. It's really no one's business to comment. It's not something you should judge. It's not something you should celebrate. That woman's health is up to her. But, 250 pounds, I would say 999 times out of 1,000 is going to mean heart disease, cancer, diabetes, autoimmune issues, and early death. Like,
I have to say, I've personally found, and I love celebrities like Lizzo or Ashley Graham who are really preaching self-acceptance.
I love her music.
Yeah,
100%. I don't know anything about her. I'm sure she's a cool, awesome chick.
Yeah, and I love that they're putting images out there that we normally don't get to see, of bodies that we don't get to see being celebrated. And
but why are we celebrating her body? Why does it matter? That's what I'm saying. Like, why aren't we celebrating her music? Because it isn't going to be awesome if she gets diabetes.
Well, I want to ask you.
I'm just being honest. Like, I love her music. Like, my kid loves her music. But there's never a moment where I'm like, and I'm so glad that she's overweight. Like, why do I even care?
Like,
why is it my job to care about her weight?
For a lot of people, it's that image resonates, that they feel good enough. And actually, I want to get to a tweet about this that was in response to your conversation with Wendy Williams yesterday, when you spoke a little bit about body positivity. And Coco Pops tweeted, saw Jillian Michaels talk about people celebrating obesity. Body positivity isn't about celebrating being unhealthy, and you can be overweight and be healthy. It's embracing yourself without society's permission. Very disappointed by what she said and the presumptive tone. So what do you say to a response like this?
Okay, I would say, first of all, most people that are morbidly obese are not healthy. Now, if they're working on losing weight, then because they're working out and they're eating right, you can reverse that stuff pretty quick. But I mean, I've been doing this a real long time. I've yet to meet a person that's gotten themselves to 200, 250, 300 pounds, and the doctor goes, looking good. I mean, no, just no. I just no. So I would say to Cocoa Puff, like, first of all, this isn't what you do. So you don't know. You haven't been to the doctor with person after person after person after person that's 100 pounds overweight and looked at their labs. Like, you don't know. That's not what you do. I'm not saying, and never have I said, that we shouldn't be inclusive and accepting. I'm saying that I don't love Lizzo because she's overweight. I like her because of her music. Mm-hmm. Well, so, and by the way, if you said to me, like, hey, Lizzo can live to be 90 and motivate people, or she can die at 60, like, and motivate people, why wouldn't I say, like, I really hope she's as healthy as she can be? I don't, it's not about saying that I don't respect her. I don't think she's awesome. I absolutely do, but I also would hate to see her get sick. And I mean, it's the #1 cause of bankruptcy in the country. Like, come on, it's a problem. Like, these are facts.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about your life as a parent as well. And so what kind of conversations are you having with your kids when it comes to body positivity or fitness and health in general?
I don't have conversations about body positivity because my kids don't have issues with their body. And they don't judge other people's bodies. So it's like, it's not even an issue in my home. And if one of my kids said something about somebody, then yes, of course I'd be like, yo, no. Like, we don't judge people, we don't this, we don't that. I mean, my kids just feel totally fine about who they are and how they look. And
do you have conversations though about like them ever getting into fitness? Do they express interest in those kinds of things? Like, what does that? Yeah,
they play. Like, my son loves gymnastics and he loves parkour. My daughter likes dance because she watches all her favorite pop stars on YouTube videos and she wants to dance like them. And she loves karate. So it's about play. The food thing is a tough one because they're kids and they always want to eat crap all the time. And that's when I try to explain to them, like, guys, look, here's why this is bad. Here's where this goes. Hey, we can have pizza, but like, let's stop at like 2 slices. Here's why. And I mean, yeah, there's a constant education and being careful to not use words like diet and not use words like fad. But it's about, this is just unhealthy. And here's why it's unhealthy. And you want to dance like Beyonce, I guarantee you she's not eating 5 pieces of pizza and a soda. Like, she's not. So you want to be like Beyonce, you got to eat clean, healthier food. Like, we can have pizza, but 2 pieces, not 4.
Well, speaking of some changing cultural norms, The Biggest Loser is actually coming back to TV. How do you think it'll be received in this political climate?
I mean, I'm not on it. I don't know. I quit years ago, and I had my reasons. So, like, I don't know. That's a question for someone on the show.
Yeah. Have you kept in touch with Bob Harper at all or anyone else there?
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, the Golden Globes recently served a plant-based diet menu this weekend. I don't know if you heard about this.
I did.
But what do you think of plant-based eating going mainstream as well?
Here's what I think. Anything that's 100% extreme is going to be not optimal for your health. Now, I love the concept of being like 90% plant-based, but the reality is, and again, like, I love, if somebody's vegan, like, hats off to you for making those sacrifices because I love animals and it is way better for the environment. But at the same time, human beings, and this is I don't even care anymore. It's like talking to flat earthers. We're literally, it's just basic science. We are obligate carnivores. And the reason is because we don't have an organ that herbivores have. It's called a rumen. They are called ruminants. This organ allows them to take plants and convert it to a certain type of nutrient and protein, B12, certain kind of, we can't do that, which makes us obligate carnivores. So we have to get it from animals. And I've heard these animals that are farm raised don't have it because they eat corn and stuff. 100% right, which is why I've always said organic, grass-fed, grass-finished beef, wild-caught salmon, and you don't need a ton. You need very little, but you do need some collagen. The lining of your intestines made of collagen. Your hair, skin, nails, collagen. Your connective tissue, collagen. There is no meat, animal source of omega-3s. I can get into it. There are 3 kinds. 2 are plant-based. The most important one is not. You can only convert so much of the 2 plant-based kinds, only up to about 5%. I can go through every single study with you because I have. It's not.
I feel like you have an encyclopedia in your brain right now.
I've been doing this for 20 years. Oh, she's a trainer. First of all, I have 4 certifications. I own a sports medicine facility. I am a certified nutritionist, but I also have written 8 best-selling books with the top doctors in the world. In the world, do your homework. Like 3 of the top board-certified endocrinologists. I wrote a book on pregnancy with 5 doctors, from a pediatrician to an OBGYN to a pregnancy fitness specialist. Like, I do my homework. If keto was the answer, if you said to me, Jill, keto, you live to 100 and you'll look crazy and feel great. Oh my God, serve up the bacon, I'm in. Like, there is no bait and switch. It's just science. Like, I do my homework because I want to know, because I care. People who go, all right, you know what? I've done her this or I've done her that. I've gotten results. Jill, what do you think of this? I'm going to give you the information. Do with it what you will. But the science is the science. The science is the science. The earth is not flat. You know what I mean? Like, the sun does not revolve around the earth. Like, these are the facts. It's out there.
Well, listen, I could easily keep on talking to you. Unfortunately, we are out of time. Thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me. Oh my God.
Well, everyone, make sure to check out Jillian's MyFitness app to see your own customized workout. Up next, more And to DM. The collagen stuff.